everyone, welcome to my channel, Catskill Mountain Homebody. My name's Amy. I'm gonna make a Christmas cookie baking video today, which is exciting. It's the first one of the year. I'm here with Chipper. Chipper, say hi. Hi. I also have on my pug Christmas shirt that my nieces gave me. Isn't that so cute? I have my whole house decorated for Christmas. I made a Decorate With Me for Christmas video that's up. We are gonna bake two types of Christmas cookies today. The first type we're going to bake is my grandmother's Italian S cookies, but there's gonna be a little difference in it. I did make, 2 years ago, I made a video featuring the Italian S cookie. In that video, I told the story about how my grandmother, my mother's mother, always made the S cookies every year. It was her signature cookie. She made it all year, actually. And that was the cookie we always remembered her for because she baked it all the time. Her S cookies were crunchy. They were delicious. She did give us the recipe, but when myself and all of my cousins make her recipe, the cookies come out soft. They're never crunchy the way her cookies were. They're not the same. They're okay, but for some reason, none of us can figure out how to make them crunchy. And I have tweaked the recipe over the years. I've tried to add more butter. I've tried to put more flour. I mean, I've tried different things, and none of them make them crunchy. So one of the viewers named Michelle, 2 years ago, sent me her recipe to try to see if they come out a little bit more crunchy than the original recipe. So I'm going to try Michelle's recipe right now, and we're going to see if what she does, which is a little bit different than what I used to do, comes out a little bit more like what my grandmother made. So we're going to make the Italian S cookies, and then we are going to make a recipe that I got from a little cookie cookbook that my mother gave me years ago, which I'll show you in a minute. So let's go in the kitchen and let's bake delicious Christmas cookies. Join me. Okay. I have pulled the ingredients, most of them, for the S cookies. Let me show you what our ingredients are. We're gonna need 1.5 cups of butter, which is 3 sticks of butter. I'm gonna have to, these have been sitting out, but they're not quite soft, so I'm gonna defrost them a little bit more in the microwave. We need 1 cup of granulated sugar, 4 eggs, I think 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and we're gonna need 4 cups of all-purpose flour. And that's it. We're gonna whip this together with my KitchenAid stand mixer. We're gonna refrigerate it for a little bit, and then we're going to roll it into the S shapes and bake it. And then we have to ice them later. All right, I'm excited to try this recipe to see if they come out crunchy, more like my grandmother's recipe. So let me get my stand mixer ready and let's get baking. let me show you. This is the batter. We have to stick it in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes to harden up a little bit. Then we're gonna roll it out and make S shapes and bake them. Now, one of the things that's different in this recipe from the recipe that I had from my grandmother was my camera battery died. I put the dough in the fridge about a half an hour ago, so that's ready to bake. All right, what I was telling you before my battery died was that the difference between this recipe and the recipe that I got from my grandmother is an egg wash. So I'm gonna shape these cookies into S's, and then we're going to use a pastry brush to brush an egg wash on it, and maybe that will be the key to making them crispier. We'll see. All right, so let me get the batter out of the freezer. I already have the oven preheated, and we're gonna shape the S cookies, and we're gonna put an egg wash on them. Okay, while we're waiting for those S cookies to bake so that we can see how they come out, I want to show you the second recipe I'm going to make later. I got this little book from my mother many years ago, and it comes with a compact disc of the Nutcracker ballet music. That's how old this book is. So I thought I would try these brown lace cookies from this little book. I've never made this actual recipe before, but they seem like a simple sugar cookie with some chopped pecans, which I do have pecans on hand. So we're going to make these little nut cookies after we make the S cookies. Hi, Chipper. You're not going to get any cookies. Thought I'd take a seat on the living room. All right, one of the reasons that I'm baking my grandmother's S cookies is because one of my cousins is dealing with a health issue, and I thought sending her some of Grandma's cookies would help her feel better. So I'm going to pack up some of these cookies and mail them to her, and hopefully that will, well, you know, when someone's not well, if there's not much you can do to make them feel better, but I'll try. So that's why I'm making them today. Plus it's Christmas time and I want to make cookies. I also have a raffle coming up on Tuesday for my women's group, and we're going to raffle off Christmas cookies for our scholarship. So I have to make a variety of Christmas cookies for that. So some of these cookies will go to the raffle. Some of them will go to my cousin and her family. And then I have to make my other cookies. I have to make my peanut butter blossom cookies. Ooh, I'm going to make another video later of these cookies, another cookie that my grandmother used to make that I've never shared with you guys before. And it's like a nut cupcake. They're like little cupcakes. My grandmother used to make them all the time. They're really good. They have, Chipper, stop. They have chocolate chips and nuts in them. They're like a little cookie cup. They're really good, and they're easy to make. All right, so I'm going to do that. All right, when the cookies come out of the oven, I'll show you. Stay tuned, and we'll see how they come out. test these. The dogs have been eyeing them for several hours. Scout has been eyeing them for several hours. Look at this little dog. Look at this dog. Did I ask you to come up here? Scout? Scout. You can't have cookie. You can't have that cookie. No. You can't have an S cookie. You're not Italian. You're English. Only Italian dogs can have an S cookie. They do look good. I made them too many different sizes. Some of them are huge, some of them are small, but I'm gonna try a small one. Let's see if these are a little bit crunchier. I probably should try it tomorrow and not the same day I make it, but I can't wait. So I'm gonna try it right now and we'll see if it's a little bit better or a little bit closer to what my grandma's cookies tasted like. Let's try it. Oh my God, they're crunchy. They're crunchy like my grandma's. Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. These taste like my grandma's cookies. I can't believe it. Yes, I can't believe that thank you to my viewer who sent me this recipe. These taste so much more like my grandma's cookies. They're crunchy. Yes. I bet you they'll be more crunchy tomorrow. They're delicious. Brings me back. Mwah. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's the little things in life, the little blessings. I'm going to be mailing some of these to my cousin. Hopefully it brings her back to when my grandma was around. Whew. I'll tell you a story. When I was 20, I did a semester in England, in Oxford. And it was the first time I was ever out of the country, away from my family. And it was the fall semester. And one day I got a package in the mail. And it was these S cookies from my grandmother. And she had put them in a big Ziploc bag and mailed them to England. And I had my friends with me. A couple of my friends. One of them was a girlfriend that has since passed away. So we sat on my bed and ate almost the whole bag of cookies in one sitting. Welcome back. It's day 2. All right, yesterday I made the S cookies. I frosted them and they're in the other room, sealed in a box, ready for giving away. Today I'm gonna make these brown lace cookies that I talked about yesterday in the video. These are a simple cookie. All right, I tried to make those pecan cookies and they didn't turn out good. And that happens sometimes. So I threw the batter out and I will just make something else for my cousin, or maybe I'll just send her S cookies and I'll have to make something else for the raffle. That's how the cookie crumbles. Let me show you why I don't like these cookies. They have very little flour in them. I know they're supposed to be like lace, but they spread out really thin, and then it's impossible to take them off the cookie sheet. Even if you let them cool, when you take them off the cookie sheet, they crumble into a mess. So I'm done. I'm about done. Maybe I'll give that one to Scout. No, I'm just kidding. I won't give that one to Scout. Scout wants that one cookie over here. This was the best one that came out of the ones I made, and the rest all became a crumbled mess. Well, live and learn. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, and maybe I'll see you on my next baking video. Thanks for watching.